Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about Week 8 Premier League games, the top 6 games, by the way. I don't think I have time to talk about all the 10 games, but I'm going to talk about 5, maybe 6 games today. And I'm so happy that I'm back after 2 weeks international break. We're going to jump to the video, but before that, make sure to like and leave a comment and make sure to subscribe for the channel. Thank you. First game gonna be Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. I think Palmer is not back, and I don't think he's gonna back for the next 2 3 games. I think his expectation time back is like at the end of October, and but without them, without Palmer and having like most of their defenders out, they beat the almighty Liverpool and our London, Arsenal, our London rivals, Chelsea. Thank you for winning that game. It was the best ending of Sunday for me. But today's game gonna be tough for them. Nottingham Forest, they haven't won Premier League game since I think they fired Nuno and Angie for some reason. I don't know why. I don't see him continue at Nottingham Forest. A lot of Tottenham fans, a lot of them, they don't want Angie to be successful at Nottingham Forest. Since he came to Nottingham Forest, he played 7 games and he hasn't won a single game. He lost 5 games, and to like a draw thing, if I recall it correctly. But that's so embarrassing for Ange Postecoglou. And the weirdest part and the most embarrassing part is he never won Chelsea while he was a manager at Tottenham. He played them 4 times and he lost all 4 of them. That's so embarrassing for a manager like Ange Postecoglou, especially for a manager who's gonna win every 2 years. It's his own words. It's not mine. So beating Chelsea would be a good day for Nottingham Forest, but I don't see Nottingham Forest beating Chelsea. And the last 5 games between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea won 2, Nottingham Forest won 1, and I think 2 games were a tie. So this game, I'm going Chelsea gonna win this game. Second game from top 6 is going to be City versus Everton. Everton will travel to Manchester and play City. And I feel Jack Grealish, I don't think he can play because it's according to Premier League law, if you are sending a player as a loan, he cannot play for you when he plays against your team. But I would love if they just remove that law so we can see Jack Grealish, what he can do, outside Pep Guardiola. We know his ability when he was playing for Aston Villa. And don't get me wrong, he showed his quality for Everton. He had 4 assists and 1 goal, if I'm not wrong. But in this game, the other guy I really want to see is Haaland. That guy is a machine. As an Arsenal fan, I wish having Haaland in Arsenal. That's my wish. I know he signed his contract to continue with City, but Haaland is a fully equipped. Oh my God, he's a kind of striker you will see once in 100 years. He last year we were saying he cannot do if De Bruyne leaves, he might not score this much goal, that goal. But this season, I think Haaland carries Man City. He scores goals, he fights for his teammates, and oh my God, he can score easily. I don't know why defenders cannot stand him. They just challenge him. When they play against Gilchrist, they will gang up on him and they made him lose the ball. With Haaland, it's impossible. And I think I want to see Man City drop a point, but I don't think Everton is fully equipped or have the power to stop Man City and Haaland. And Haaland probably will score 2 goals. It's in their stadium. They play in Etihad Stadium, so they probably will score 2 or more goals in this game. And Man City gonna win this game. I don't want to say easily, but 2-3-0. Third one, the last game of the weekend on Premier League on Saturday. The last game of Saturday is my team, Arsenal, gonna go to Craven Cottage. They're gonna play Fulham. For the last 2 years, Arsenal went to Fulham Stadium and didn't win. They only got 1 point out of possible 6 points. I think Fulham became Arsenal's number one. Maybe. Not number one. I think there is another team, Brighton, Fulham, Aston Villa, and Bournemouth. There's 4 teams are Arsenal nemesis outside the top 6. I think Newcastle is number one, but I consider Newcastle is Newcastle is becoming like the new number 7. The top number 7 team, the top 7 team, one of the top 7 teams. But Arsenal hasn't won in the last 2 years going to Craven Cottage. And the reason, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if it's the stadium or like maybe we didn't have a full squad, but this time we have a full squad. This is the year I feel when Arsenal lose a player because of injury, I don't feel like we lost a lot of hey, Odegaard is going to be out for 6-8 weeks. And you say Eze can play that position. Nah, even if Eze is not playing, Waneri can play that position. Marino can play that position. Even though they are not a like-to-like replacement for Odegaard. But you still have some backup, and it's so satisfying. When Saka was out, we have Madueke. I was against signing Madueke, but he was quality for us. And he's out right now, but Saka is still there. It's so good having this much squad. When Saliba was out, we were if it was last year, we would be we would be crying. We would be mad at the why we are not signing this player, why we are not. I remember last year I was saying we only signed Calafiori, we only signed Marino. We didn't sign a lot of players last season, but this season, thanks to Berta and his squad or his team of management, thank God we signed him from Atletico Madrid. I think, did we sign him? Did we call signing for directors? I don't know, but thank God he joined Arsenal. I'm so happy that he joined Arsenal. He brought a bunch of players in the first season, and I'm so happy that I'm not scared anymore. If Gilchrist is injured, we say oh my God, we don't have anything. No, we have someone. We can put Havertz. I heard Havertz is getting better and he might come back earlier in November or late October. His recovery is going very well. But this game, Arsenal has to win it. It's a must-win game because it's the games before Liverpool playing Man United, and Arsenal have to have that gap, having a 4-point gap if we win, and it's gonna be it'll put a lot of pressure on Liverpool. And it's the game after Man City. Hopefully Man City, I said Man City gonna win this game, but Everton, if they do some miracle, that's gonna be so wonderful. Arsenal gonna win this game. I have 100% faith on Arsenal players and manager Arteta. Arsenal gonna win this game. They have to win. No, they have to win. We cannot drop points. 2 years in a row we dropped points at Craven Cottage. No, we cannot lose any more points. The last 5 games between Arsenal and Fulham was Arsenal won 2 draw, and 1 win for Fulham. It was last season they won. It was last season? I don't think it was last season. It was the year before when if we had won that game, we would have won the Premier League. That game or Aston Villa game, I think. Just if you guys remember, put it in a comment. But my prediction is Arsenal gonna win this game. I'm bad predicting the exact score, but I will say 2-0. It's not gonna be a magnificent 5-0, 6-0 win. It's gonna be 2-0, 2-1. It's a tie kind of game. Fulham gonna defend most of the time. Arsenal will try. Hopefully Gilchrist will score and make his headers be. But Arsenal gonna win this game. 4th game it's gonna be Sunday morning in America. Tottenham will play Aston Villa. Aston Villa and Tottenham. It's so weird. Tottenham had a good start and have a blip, like they lost to Bournemouth, and everybody say like, Thomas Frank is not like up to the task, and he's back and he's on a bounce, even though he has like a bad Champions League game against like Bodo Glimt, I think, but losing 2-0 and coming back from 2-0 to tie the game 2-2 is like a big task, and they did it. And it's the same thing with, I think, Brighton. It was the same. They were down 2-0 and 2-2, even though, like, they didn't win it. But they still coming up, like, coming up from 2-0 down. It's a big thing to get 1 point. And for some reason, I always don't scare Tottenham. But this season, everybody's not talking about Tottenham. And that scares me. Because, sometimes, like, the dark horse, the underdogs, nobody sees them, like, but they will climb the ladder and they will sneak in and, like, without nobody sees them or expect them, they will be, like, in the front. I feel like Tottenham might be like that this season. And I'm scared as a London, like, North London derby, as, like, the team that I don't like the most. I don't want their success at all. But, like, what Thomas Frank is doing is amazing. They have lost, with injury. Madison is out. Kulusevski, I think, I don't know if I pronounce his name, but the Swedish guy, Kulusevski, I don't know if I pronounce. I'm bad at pronouncing names, but he's out. I forgot who else is out. The good thing is like their defenders, Romero and Van de Ven, they're on they're on their top performance this season. But on the other side, Aston Villa, they were having a rough start. But the last 4 games, they won 2 in the Premier League, 2 in the Europa League. They're on a good bounce back. If they continue this run, they probably will finish the top 6, top 4. Unai is an amazing coach. I wish like he had more chances at Arsenal. And I'm not saying like, if he wasn't fired, Arteta might not be a manager of Arsenal, but he's a good coach, but he didn't get the respect that he deserved at Arsenal. The board didn't support him. They didn't give him the weapon, that like they didn't show him enough support, and he wasn't successful. They turned on him, like we turned on him like really quick, like fast. He was with Arsenal a season and like what, 3 months, 4 months? He should have more than that. And Aston Villa, the board gave him trust. The board support him signing more players, even though like the PSR, like this regulatory, like like the financial thing is not really good. He lost like Douglas Luiz, I think. They lost a lot of good players, but I think Aston Villa is gonna be in a good hand, and they've been in a good hand, and hopefully they win Europa League. Even if they don't make it top 4, top 5, they can make it into Champions League on another different path by winning Europa League. But the game between Tottenham and Aston Villa is every time it's great. The last 5 games, none of them was finished like a tie. Tottenham won 2 and Aston Villa won 3. And okay, I want Tottenham to lose this game, but when you don't expect Tottenham to win games, they win games, and this is a kind of games Tottenham gonna win. And I hate it, but I think Tottenham will win this game by a small margin, like just 1-0 or like, a 2-1. But Tottenham will win this game, and they have I think 14 points. Oh, thank God they're playing like after Arsenal. But if they had played before Arsenal and win this game, they would be above us. So they will have 17 points and be like, on close range from Arsenal. I cannot. Why do I say Tottenham gonna win? But Tottenham gonna win this game. What do you guys think? And the final game. And it is Liverpool versus Man United at Anfield. Whew. This is a game that you just relax, for Arsenal fans after we win our game against Fulham. We're going to support Man U. Everybody will support Man U. Man United, even if they win this game, they will not go anywhere. They're Man United. They will bottle it. But for Liverpool, we're going to be gonna be against you for every single game. Whether you play Champions League, whether you play Premier League, FA Cup, Carling Cup, every time you play, I'm supporting the other team. For this season, though, I don't have any beef with Liverpool, but I don't want Liverpool to win this league before Arsenal. Last season, you guys snuck on us and won the Premier League without anybody expecting you to win it. This season, we're not gonna let you. You are in our sight. We are watching you. And City and Chelsea, Man U, not anymore. Until they fix their problem. And they have one problem. They cannot win back-to-back. For some reason, whether you play Burnley or Southampton or Liverpool, if they win the game before that, they will not win. I think somebody cursed them. They haven't won in 39 games in Premier League since Amram came into Premier League. They haven't won a single Premier League games back-to-back. That's embarrassing. And I'm here for one day. I want to give my blessing to Man United to win this game and break that curse. Win back-to-back games. Tell the world you guys can do it and lose the third game. Back-to-back games, 2 games. I know your record at Anfield is not great, especially like in the last 5 years. There were 7-0, 3-0, 5-something. You know, since Mohamed Salah, it seems like his training ground. I know it's a home stadium, but when he plays Man United, I feel like he's making his goal scoring record higher and higher. He scored a hat trick. He scored 2 goals. He scored a single goal. He scored penalty. He scored every kind of goals against Man United. But there's a catch. They lost the last 3 games. And Man United won last game against a good team, Sunderland. And I'm hoping, a big hope that Man United can do the job and make sure Arsenal win the Premier League. Even though it's early, but give them hope to Arsenal fans. Man U, we are behind you. You gotta go to Anfield and break your curse, winning back-to-back. Win this game and show us this is Man United. Please, I'm begging. The last 5 games, it doesn't tell a good record to Man United. Even for Liverpool, to be honest. Liverpool won 2 games, 2 draw, and a game, I think, for United. They won 1 game. But in that game, if you guys remember, that the FA Cup, I think, semi-final, 4-3, where Mainu and... Did Mainu score his equalizer or winning goal? And Antony, oh my God, I remember Ahmad. A lot of players scoring that game. The bad thing, Alisson is out for Liverpool. The good thing for Arsenal, but bad thing for Liverpool. Speaking of non-biased, but Alisson is a good goalie, and they're gonna lose him for 6 weeks. Marmachvili, I think, if I call his name correctly, he's a good goalkeeper. The Georgian goalkeeper, he's so good. He showed that his quality at Valencia, and I think even against Chelsea, he wasn't that bad. The Chelsea defense stinks, but the goalie wasn't the problem. And I think Konate is back. He was injured against Chelsea game. He was out, but he's gonna be back. Even though he should have been injured, and just Gomez playing that game for Arsenal's sake. But United, please watch Amron. Please watch a lot of videos how teams playing Man United against Liverpool. Watch Crystal Palace the full game. Watch Galatasaray and watch Chelsea. How Chelsea, a team that lost 80% of their defense, and Palmer won against the almighty Liverpool. Watch a video, watch the whole game, and learn and apply those. You can mix it up, and just apply that to the game and show us what you can do. Amron, please do us something. Make Liverpool lose 4 games in a row. I think it's gonna be in their first 4 games in a row loss in the last 35 years. It never happened. Please, please,